Priokumar Singh. So please come.
SBI expert.
Good morning to all of you.
Good morning.
Good morning to our respected chairperson, Priokumar. Good morning to all our respected speakers and all our participants. And thank you that Baxi also has given a lot of insight about this IPRs thing. So this will be taken with us for the future things. Actually, my topic is on financing on MSME, the way forward, you can say. So financing on MSME is a very vast concept. It's a very vast thing. So to start with, I'll give a brief introduction about this MSME and the classification and the role, the benefit, the society, the role it has given to the society. Then I'll come back to the SBI for products where we are financing to MSMEs. So as you all know, MSME actually was introduced by the government under MSME ED Act 2006, and they are the backbone of the Indian economy, as we can say, because this MSME, they contribute nearly 29 to 30% of the GDP and employs maximum of this employment in the unorganized sector. So this MSME actually, in this discussion, I'll bring to the context of the Manipur, because Manipur is an agrarian society. Like majority of the employment is through agriculture. So then service sector, like the employment also is very less. So the only way forward for the development of our state Manipur is through MSME, like the production, the manufacturing, the service, and all the ancillary activities. So even though this of late, Manipur also, like a lot of improvement has come in the MSME section, like because of these budding entrepreneurs. Since we cannot totally rely on the government sector, so the new innovative ideas has developed, and with that, a lot of entrepreneurs has been coming up for employment generation as well as for economic growth activities. But in spite of that, MSME are still facing a lot of limitations. A few of the limitations which I can point out is like access to the financial system. Actually, MSME, they are not in a position to access to the financial system because they are mostly relying on this informal sector like money lenders, friends, families, relatives, and from their own source of fund also to start a business. So this is one of the limitations faced by them. And whenever they go to the branch or bank, to any of the financial institution, they are not in a position to provide all the required documents and everything. The reason is actually this industry actually it's a household industry kind of thing with a very limited number of levels, and the technology is also very traditional kind of thing. Whereas if you go to the bank or any other financial institution, there are certain documents required, like statutory approval is required, the financial knowledge, financial discipline of the unit is required, the technology, the managerial skills, And so many parameters are there which we have to, like as a banker, which we have to take into consideration while giving a loan. So because of these difficulties faced by the MSME, they usually go to the money lenders or they borrow from their friends or relatives with heavy interest rate. So that is one of the difficulties faced by the MSME. The other thing is the unavailability of the collateral and other securities. Since these units are evolving in a very small scales, they are not in a position to provide any collateral or any third-party guarantee, which is required by the bank for financing. So that is also one of the factors which they have been left out from the financial system. And third major point is that managerial capacity, we can say. This I'll sum up with the managerial capacity as like all the other statutory requirements, the financial discipline, the cash flow statements, the financial papers, so many things are there, which they usually don't have. Even though in the knowledge they have, but they don't have any in the official or physical form. So these are the three of the main. There are so many other limiting factors also, but I'm just pointing out these three particular issues which the MSME is presently facing. So, but here we means like it's a banker at the financial institution need to come to the rescue of the MSME because since they are the backbone of the Indian economy, or say in this particular context, I'm saying in the backbone of the Manipur economy. Without the development of the MSME, our state economy will not grow. We cannot entirely rely on the government sector in the sense like for other employment. So we as a financial institution, as a banker, as an entrepreneur, we need to access all these benefits given by the bank or given by the government of India, given by the government of Manipur, or anything which is adaptable to the market. How to sell a produce. Suppose I am setting up a unit, but if
Can you move your slides? You are not moving your slides.
moving, sir.
Move the slides. It is not moving.
No, sir. I'll just come to the slide. Okay, sir. There's what we discussed that there's so many limitations, so many challenges faced by MSME. So in this context, we have a certain products, simple products, which we ease the financial means which the new entrepreneur they can access to the banking system without any collateral, without any security. Few of the products I'll share with you. This is a simple EDFS scheme. Like suppose, if you are a stockist, if you are a dealer, or if you are a stockist, any sub-dealer kind of thing, you can avail this scheme because in this particular scheme, it's very simple scheme. Like suppose I want to be a dealer of a particular spare part company. So the spare part company have a tie-up arrangement with us, with the bank. So as per the tie-up arrangement, there are certain conditions like security is not required to be provided, the interest rate is very low, and the company will give a comfort letter, simple comfort letter. Mr. A is a dealer of or stockist of this particular company. The bank can give this particular credit facility to this company. A simple comfort letter will be given. Based on the comfort letter, we can go for financing by taking a minimum set of documents, simple documents. So these also up to 2 crores without any collateral can be given, provided the loan has to be secured by the CGT MSC, that is Credit Guarantee Fund Trust for Micro and Small Enterprises. But this particular scheme was set up by Government of India and SBI, where a certain annual fees has to be paid by the borrower. If the borrower is not willing to pay the fees, he can provide the collateral security. The percentage of the collateral security will be around 50%, 25% based on the comfort level. So this is one such scheme that is we are providing. Like many of the examples we can see is the Eastern Motors, Hyundai, the Toyota, and then Berger Paints, Asian Paints, all the dealers have an arrangement with us. So these are some of the examples. Some of the dealers, EDMS finance we have done. So about the next slide. This is SBI setback loan. That is a very simple loan where you can produce the collateral properties and collateral you can avail the credit facilities. And the purpose of this loan is for creation of assets and for working capital. So how this amount will be calculated is you are giving a property of 1 crore and you want to start a business. So based on the value of the property, like up to 60% you can finance and your projected sales. So whichever is less. So suppose if anybody is starting a new project, you don't have any balance sheet of the last year or something, but you can, based on the projected balance sheet, you can finance. So this is one of the most popular scheme of SBI as of now, because this finance only on the property. This is same also as SBI setback loan, but this is for the commercial purpose. Like many malls, shopping malls are coming up in greater Imphal area. So suppose if I have a property, if I have a commercial plot, and I want to set up a co. For example. So this particular loan is the most suited product. This particular product is the most suited for this particular setback loan for commercial purpose. So we have financed a few of the more in Imphal also, and the unit is also working good. And the loan is standard of and this mudra loan, I think everyone is aware of this. Very simplest loan, up to 10 lakhs we can give without any collateral. Everyone is aware of this mudra loan. The benefit of this particular loan is this is a collateral free loan up to 10 lakhs. There is no guarantee, and there is no papers required also up to 2 lakhs. Paper in the sense like income tax return, balance sheet, etc. But for availing this particular scheme, the UDM is, or Mr. President has already informed that UDM is required. Registration of UDM in the UDM portal is required. It's a very simple loan, up to 10 lakhs for beginners only. Like I want to set up a small unit, up to 10 lakhs is sufficient to set up a small unit. So it's a very simple loan. And the validity of the loan is up to 5 years, or it can be renewed every year. So I think the most popular loan as of now in Imphal, in particularly SBI is Mudra for loan up to 10 lakhs. And this Stand Up India, Stand Up India is already introduced by the government of India. Okay. Actually, this loan also without any balance sheet. Balance sheet in the sense that last year balance sheet. Suppose it's a new setup. If it is a new setup, I may not be having a balance sheet of the last 2-3 years. So it is not required. The advantage of this loan is based on the projection only we are giving. Like in 5 years time, next year, how much projection, how much estimated income will be generated by this particular scheme. So these are all for the young entrepreneurs only, like who want to start a new project and who has a mind, who has an idea and everything, but lacking financial assistance from the bank. So this loan can be given from 10 lakhs to 1 crore, and there is no collateral security, collateral security is required from 10 lakhs, but in this particular state of India, there's a one guarantee scheme. Their collateral, the physical collateral will be replaced by the particular guarantee scheme, provided the borrower is willing to pay the annual fees. So annual fees will be 1% of the loan amount, something. But if the borrower doesn't want to pay the annual fees, then he can provide the collateral and he can avail it. In the state of India, what applicant should be SC or ST or women entrepreneur who has a funding of more than 21% of the particular unit. So this is very famous. Famous like in the Hindi area, this loan is actually demanded, very demanded product, particularly where and women entrepreneur also. And this contactless lending platform, actually this particular loan is for the existing borrower who have filed the income tax return, the balance and everything is available. This they have to apply online only. They don't have to visit the branch premises for requesting this loan. Everything ITR, GST return, everything has to be uploaded in this particular website, basically loan in 59minutes.com. So everything will be processed by the system and the leads will be generated to a particular branch. So during the COVID time, this CLP has started and it's been a huge success also because everything is taken through. This healthcare business loan is only for certified medical practitioner for setting up of nursing home, hospital, dispensaries, dental clinic, and all other health-related activities. So this loan also can be taken up to 2 crores. Up to 2 crores, as I earlier informed, that CGTMC coverage will be there. You don't need to provide a security, provided you are willing to pay the annual fees. So these are mostly available by the medical practitioners who wish to set up any hospital or any institution kind of thing. These are a few of the product which is very relevant to the context of Manipur. We have many products, but there are some product which is not particular match with this particular area. So few of the products I'm sharing with you. With this, I'll just conclude my presentation here. Thank you.
As we said, we are not going to have the discussion right now. We will have discussions after all the speakers have made their presentations.